Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're gonna do some talk about bingo. If you follow the Monster Strike news, you probably know that this is coming up. This gives you a chance to get a lot more orbs, or there's a chance you could lose those orbs as well. But if you're feeling a little bit lucky, let's go over the details about this and what it actually involves. So, as you can see, and you probably noticed on your home screen that it is already available for you to start selecting your bingo board. You have until December 31st, 21:29 Japan time, to fill out your card and participate in this game. You can of course skip this. This does require a deposit of orbs, so you are taking a risk by playing this. It is not a guaranteed win. So you can skip it if you want, but there is a cutoff if you want to join in. So do make sure if you want to join that you don't miss out. I leave it up to you to transfer it to your respective time zone. There's plenty of stuff on the internet to help do that for you. I don't want to screw it up and mess it up for you, so that's an exercise for you to finish. Now, the live stream for that bingo selection will happen on the same day of the cutoff, about an hour later at 22:30 Japan time. So if you're interested, join in. There could be a chance for a bunch of orbs. Now, how this works is basically, well, you know what? Let me pull up the screen. And woo, look at that. You can see on the home screen that you have the bingo icon there. Just click that and you will go into the screen. Now, of course, since this is potentially involving some money, it will do a CAPTCHA question for you. Just make sure you solve it and then you're good. Now, here you can, on the bottom, select how many orbs you would like to bet. Now, very important here that the orbs you select must be free orbs. They cannot be paid. And of course, that is to get around the fact that this will not be betting if they're giving you free orbs, because you haven't lost anything of monetary value. Right? I mean, Japan's weird. They've got a weird system about all of these betting things, right? They're pretty strict about that. It's a popular thing that, even like, big competitive events have a real hard time, giving out big sums of money because of that betting aspect. And yeah, I know there's all that pachinko stuff, but anyway, the important matter here is you have to have been using free orbs to participate. Now, to help you out here, the game has given you straight out 5 orbs to play with this game if you want. So if you don't want to do that, skip this video, skip this event well, watch this video, but you can skip this event entirely, pocket those 5 orbs, and hey, you are a winner plus 5 orbs. However, if you're feeling a little bit lucky, you can bet up to a maximum of 10 orbs. So if you want, go all the way up to 10, you're good. If you only want to bet 1, that's good too. It is up to you. So if you're feeling lucky, and we'll go over the odds a little bit at the end of the video, but consider playing around. Now, how do you set that board, you ask? Well, that's a good question. Well, first things first, if you want the game to auto select a board for you, hit that green button and it will randomly select a board for you. Click it many times until you're ready. Bam, you're done. Great. Hit that orange button, you're set. Now, keep in mind when you hit that orange button, we'll come up to that later. When you hit that orange button, it will ask to confirm. Once you confirm, you cannot change it again. You can't change the number of orbs you bet. You can't change your board. So be very careful about that. Now, you can of course select your own board, right? And why not? You have the option to select from up to 40. Not up to 40. From a pool of 40, you can pick 8 monsters. Now, how this works is you can see that grid on the top right. That will be the number assignments of the monsters when you select them. So the first monster you pick will end up in the top left corner. The 8th monster you pick will end up in the bottom right corner. It'll go in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, the center is free, as is normal bingo in the States. So just go ahead, go around, pick the 8 monsters that you like the best. If you want to find a theme that looks cool. I mean, I don't see Lorelai here, so that's really upsetting, but that's alright. We'll make do. Like, why is Noah there over Lorelai? Come on. Anyway. Pick the 8 monsters you want to represent your board. I'm just going to do this for the sake of example. And then hit yes. And then bam, your selection is set there. Now when you hit yes there, it's not locked in quite yet. Again, once you hit yes here, this is the one where you are locking your vote. Hit the button on the left to say yes, I am locking in. And again, once you do this, you cannot change it. If you want to think about it a little bit more, hit the right button. It'll get you back here, and you can go back in and change until your heart is content. Alright, so that's how to set up your board. Now, how this game will work is out of the 40 monsters that are picked on the live stream, 15 of those monsters will be picked, one at a time in order. Now, they said on the site that 4 of the 15 will be picked in a special way. I'm sure that's just to hype up, make it a little bit flashy than having like a ball just, roll out of a hopper, right? So, we'll see what they mean by a special way. I think it was a tokubetsu na ruru is what they said exactly. But, I mean, they gotta make it interesting, right? So they'll do that. Now, of course, the more bingos you get, the better rewards you are. So let's take a look at those rewards. If you get no bingos, you will not get any orbs. You are going to get stamina mins equal to the amount of orbs you bet. So for my example, I bet 10 orbs. If I don't get a single bingo, I'm gonna get 10 stamina mins out of that. Now, you see that asterisk? We'll get to that at the next slide. But for the general purpose, if you do not get a bingo, you will lose the orbs that you bet. So be careful. However, if you get at least one bingo, then you will be getting more orbs than you bet. You can see the multipliers here. 1 bingo gets you double, 2 bingos get you triple, 3 bingos get you quadruple, 4 bingos get you quintuple your bet. And then once you get to 5, they start bouncing. You get 10 times your bet, 6 is 20 times your bet, and if you happen to get the entire board filled with all 8 monsters, you will get 30 times your reward in orbs. Woo! So potentially your highest payout for this game will be 300 orbs. Now, of course, that is very, very nice sounding, but think about this. They're only picking 15. You gotta get 8 out of that, and there's a pool of 40. Probability is hard. We'll get back to that question in a little bit. Now, I said keep in mind there's a little bit of a twist here. If you are the fastest person to get a blackout, so in terms of turns, so of course the fastest possible result is you get it in 8 pulls, right? Each of those monsters are on your board. If that happens, you will win 10 million yen. Again, the rate exchange is a little bit more fitting, but if you go for the straight off 1 to 100 exchange rate, which is not the case, but it's easy math, that is $100,000. Now, the important thing here is they've said on the site and clarified it on the, they said it on the YouTube video too, when they did Monster Strike News, is if there are multiple winners, each winner wins the full amount. It's not a shared pot. Each winner gets it. Ooh, that's a little bit scary. I mean, from their point of view, not from a player's point of view, but that's a big risk they're taking. No matter how the odds are, right? But of course, I've said it on Monster Strike News on the video follow up. You got to be in Japan to collect the money rewards. So foreigners, you really don't want to get it that fast, but we'll see. Now, right, like I said, asterisk on that 0 bingo. If you happen to completely miss, which means none of the 8 monsters you selected came out of the hopper, you will win a flat 10 orb reward. Now, do keep this in mind. If you bet less than 10 orbs, that means you've made a profit. If you bet 10 orbs, you broke even. However, the important thing to keep in mind is you have to have not marked a single monster, right? The moment one of your monsters comes out of that hopper, you lose this chance, right? This is not 0 bingos equals 10 orbs. That is not the case. You are not guaranteed a minimum of 10 orbs. You have to completely miss. Alright? This is a very important point. I saw somebody misread that when the Monster Strike news happened. I don't want you to mess up like that. You have to completely miss. And why that's important is, let's take a look at this probability board. And if you're scared of numbers, hold on tight. But here's basically what this bingo board looks like. I mean, it is a 3x3 board. It's a 3x3 board, so pretty straightforward to figure out the configurations of when you can or cannot get a bingo. The complicated part is the left side, right? Like, you've got 40, a pool of 40. You got to figure out the combinations of the picks you made with the number of picks that are possible in game, and then the probabilities to do that. And okay, well, I did all the math, and I think it's correct. Now, let me warn you, probability math is very, very complicated, easy to calculate for the wrong thing, and it's very unintuitive as well, so it's not as easy to see when you screw up. But based on all the things that I was looking up, I do believe that the numbers on the left is correct in terms of the chances of, given that you've picked 8, given that they're going to draw 15 out of a pool of 40, the chances of the number of hits you get on your board is on the left. So you can see that to get that 10 orb consolation prize, it is a 1.4% chance. That is very, very low. So really don't bank on that. Now, what's important is the chance of you being in the money, right? Like, you're gonna bet orbs. You want to make sure you at least get some return out of that, right? So in the column in green is the probability to get at least one bingo, given that you had that many hits on your board. Now, obviously it makes sense. If you only got one hit, there is no way you are getting a bingo, right? If you get 2 hits, that only happens if you get the sides that include the free space, right? So that gets you about a 14.3% chance to get at least one bingo with 2 hits. Obviously there are many configurations where you're not going to get a bingo, right? Like top and left, top and right, so top and top right. So that's that. Now once you get to 3 hits, it's a 50-50 chance, right? Any 2 would obviously do it in a row, given a free space, and of course if all 3 lined up on the perimeters. So actually it's a 50-50 split. Once you get to 4 hits, there's an 88.6% chance. You have to be pretty darn unlucky with 4 selections to not get a bingo out of that. And then once you get to 5 hits, that guarantees you at least 1 bingo, and actually in fact guarantees you a lot more than 1 once you hit 6, 7, and of course 8 is a max out. So the question is, given all these numbers, the probability that you get those specific number of hits, you combine that all to figure out what is the probability for you to get at least 1 bingo, so that you can get at least double your reward back. That should give you an idea if it's worth it. And you crunch the numbers, and again, caveat, I am hoping I haven't screwed this up. The value I get is, it's a 50% chance to get at least 1 bingo, which, given that your reward is double at minimum, I do believe it is worth it to play. Now, if my math is wrong, I do apologize, but I spent more time than I probably should have to try and make sure that I haven't screwed anything up, and I do believe that this is correct. So assuming that I haven't screwed up, my suggestion is play. 50% chance? I think that's worth it. Right? It's a coin flip, double or nothing, essentially, right? Why not? Right? I mean, honestly, this 10 orb get is a very negligible chance, right? Who cares? That is pointless. And of course, you can see that this 0.01% to get a blackout. Well, I mean, honestly, I feel that's still pretty high given the amount of risk that they're taking with their, big reward out of this. So, you can see that, the big chances of getting 2, 3, or 4 hits really is that borderline on whether or not you get a bingo or not, right? So, given that's the case, I think that my answer of it's a 50% chance does make sense. But again, like I said, probability is a very, very difficult problem to solve, right? So there's always a chance it's screwed up. I'm not putting my guarantee behind it, but I do believe that 50% is correct. So, anyways, that's where I'm landing with this. So, again, the cards are available for selection until December 31st, New Year's Eve, 21:29 Japan time. You can see it on the banner in game as well. If you forget, remember you have to translate it to your local time zone so that you don't miss out. But just do it now so you don't forget. All you have to do is select. Hit that orange button, lock it in. You're good. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I will do my best to reply as soon as possible so that we don't miss out. And yeah, so if you like what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Otherwise, make sure you follow the Monst Twitter account, or go ahead and join the Discord channel where you can find plenty of other people who talk English and love to play Monster Strike as well. We're almost there to the end of the year, so stay strong. Let's see what new goodies come out. There should be a Monster Strike news tonight if I schedule this video correctly, so look forward to that. And until next time, bye bye.